Let's move on to the next fight that we have on the main card. We have a women's MMA matchup at 135 pounds. We have Pannie Kianzad versus Macy Chiasson 2. They actually fought, I think, on the Ultimate Fighter the first time. I think Macy got a sub win in that fight. Um, Panay, I mean, set 16-7, 3-2 in her last five. She's coming off of that decision loss to Ketlin Vieira. Macy Chiasson 8-3. She is 3-2 in her last five. Coming off of a liver kick KO against Irene Aldana. I remember that well because I was actually on the Macy Chiasson side on that fight, and I thought she was gonna win that victory, and then all of a sudden she got liver kicked. So not a great moment right there. Let's move on to the odds. We have Chiasson at -202, opened up at -180. Gerard, what do you think about Macy versus Panay here?
Panay, she has decent striking and grappling skills overall, but she does tend to struggle when she's on her back. In these fights, we see like a lot of fighters being able to control her, at least the higher level ones. And Macy Chiasson is one of those higher level girls. I think Panay is good, but I just think Macy is just at least slightly better than her everywhere, in my opinion. I think she's just a better fighter. She has good kickboxing from distance. She uses that length well, and she knows how to use that length and mix in the wrestling as well. And from what I've seen, Macy has good control when she's on the ground, and I see Macy probably getting another win here. I think she's just the better fighter, and she's fought the better competition and has looked better against better competition. So I have Macy in this one.
Yeah, the only red flag that I have for this matchup is I don't know why the odds are kind of this close. It gives me as a cause for concern because I mean I see the same thing that you see. I think that Macy is just better than Panay all around. I mean, I'm actually kind of a fan of Macy, believe it or not. I mean, I was very confident in her. I was actually that confident in her against Irene Aldana. But yeah, I mean that liver kick KO. That was something that'll be etched in my mind forever. I just don't think this is going to be the same matchup, though. Irene Aldana obviously is just active, right? Active off her back. And what we saw from Panay in her last fight against Ketlin Vera, Ketlin just held her down. And if you see the first fight and how both these ladies fought, Macy was kind of dominating her on the ground too. I think she had about like 5 minutes or so of control time through two rounds, and eventually Macy got a rear naked choke at the end. So I just don't see how this fight's going to go any different. I do think that Macy has just improved a lot since then. Even like that fight was maybe like 6 years ago or something. So I mean, I think that Macy has turned into a much more efficient and dangerous grappler throughout her time, and she really incorporates that grappling into her game plan. I mean, we saw what she did against Aldana even during that fight. The pick here for me will be Macy. I do think that she's gonna be able to use her range. She has a reach advantage here. I think that her striking is, I don't know if it's as clean as Panay's, but I think that it'll be enough to be able to incorporate her grappling into this fight. So I think Macy Chiasson is solid. Probably gonna hold off on her for now. But yeah, I think let's see how the week goes because I mean I'm sensing some trappy vibes here. I'm not sure why the odds are this close. I think the Macy should probably be like a -300, honestly, for this matchup. But the fact that it's a -202 right now, opened up at a -180, yeah, I think that gives me some cause for concern right there. So yeah, Macy via decision, but staying away from this fight.